Sure. Yeah.
You can hear me?
What's up, dude?
Hey. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. It's a little quiet.
Okay.
How's my level?
How you doing? You're great. I can hear you fine.
Cool. What's going on, man?
No, not too much. Just working on my setup a little bit. I moved the couch that I pointed out last week that I had to move.
Yeah.
And then that kind of like created some space. So I've just been experimenting a little bit on the setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to be over there on the side.
Yeah, just like I can show you. This is like, so it's just over there, like this little, this corner.
Yeah.
Like I'm in the corner. This table here, I'll probably put the Scarlet on. The one,
Nice.
I don't know. I got to figure it out. But
Will it be
Okay.
like a standing spot or a sitting spot?
sitting.
Yeah.
It looks and sounds much better when you see it.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, I'm
Whew.
just having trouble hearing myself. I usually can hear myself, right?
Yeah.
Can you hear yourself when you talk?
Do you have the direct monitor button on the Scarlet?
Oh, let me see.
The top right.
Check.
Monitor volume.
Check. There it is.
Ah.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yeah,
There we
man.
go.
Well, what's new
I'm
with you?
ready.
Now we're cooking with gas.
Cooking with gas. That's right.
Gotta come back to that one.
I like that expression a lot. I use that a lot.
Yeah. I think it'll fit with this old thing I have called,
Okay.
I think I named it Columbia Rap. It's just like I think I shared it once before. It's like lyrics I wrote right in like 05, 06, right when I moved back to Columbia, about being broke as fuck and playing in 5 bands and yeah, starving artist lifestyle in Columbia.
Wow. Yeah.
Cooking with gas would be like the perfect, because it's like a
Nice.
Perfect. Cooking with gas. That'd fit right in there. But you had something that you sent for that.
Oh,
too.
that was just that song "I'm Set."
Ah.
So, but that's an expression that I used a lot, and I like to use when I'm pretty hyped about something. So,
I'm set
Okay.
or cooking with gas.
cooking with gas.
Yeah.
It's like my setup. Now I'm cooking with gas.
Yeah, exactly. Nice. Yeah, we got to do something with that. Maybe that's the name of the album.
Awesome.
There's the album right here. Put on the album.
There you go.
Yeah, man. So what's new in the last 10 days?
I've been working. So that song that I kind of started to show you, I fleshed it out a little bit more. The scary one, the Abracadabra.
Yeah.
And then I wrote a new little song that I really like, at least the beginnings of one. And then I wrote another verse to "Dirty" that I'm happy with, and I actually gave a little performance of that to Erica, which I've taped. So I was trying to upload it to the drive, but I got to figure out how to do that with, I'll just send it over my computer and upload it or something like that, or whatever. I have it. Yeah. So I'm closer on "Dirty" and got the setup set up, so hopefully I'll figure out an effective way for me to have it all set up all the time that jives with Erica, because it's right in the middle of our living room. We got a small ass place, so
Yeah.
kind of had a big come to Jesus about the clutter in this place this week. So hence me getting off my ass and finally moving this couch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once everything's set up, I'll try and lay down some demos and experiment with that and see how that helps the writing process too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, seems like you've been uploading stuff to Drive. I've not been good about checking it, but I will.
Yeah, it's okay. It's more like, if you have time and you feel like you can check it out, like when you sent me over your tracks, I didn't even have time to listen to that demo. I forgot.
Ah.
So it's not even, it goes both ways.
Yeah.
But I use it more like if I don't do it then, I'm never going to find it in my voice memos, you know,
Right.
so I just do something and then I'll upload it. And then if I add to it or something, maybe I'll remove the previous voice memo and upload the most current one in time for practice.
Yeah.
And I've been putting the lyrics into a Google Doc, so it's a living document. And I've been creating folders for the songs I've been making, but I haven't been doing the hyperlink because it's all on my phone. So
Ah.
I haven't, but it's on my to-do list to go back in like when I have time and link everything and do it right.
Yeah. Nice.
How was the family? How was all that?
It was good.
Yeah.
We they were here 5 days, and so yeah, it was busy. I worked 3 or 4 of those days, and had one day where we went fishing.
Cool.
Me and her dad, and then we had had a weekend there when they first got here, so that was really good. Had some like nice fires outside. We got a fire pit, and
Oh, hell yeah.
had some nice fires, and ate really good. Katie's a good cook, and her stepmom's a good cook as well. So we ate really fat and
Nice.
saw Katie's sister and their child a bunch of times. So it was really good family time.
That's excellent.
Yeah, it got stressful here and there, but for the most part, it was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally. I feel you. How long were they in town for?
5 days.
5 days?
Yeah,
Were they staying with you the whole time?
they stayed here. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
When I was working, they kind of would go up to Tessa's place and hang out over there for the most part. But they were
She's
sleeping
that
here.
close?
Yeah, they're 15 minutes away.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's
Shit.
awesome. Yeah, it was cool. We like hosting, and they're our first overnight guests, so that's that's fun. I enjoy doing that.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, but time flies and can't do much else.
Yeah.
But I did manage to get this demo kind of, at least like a complete draft of the demo out. Like the way I've been hearing it in my head for the last couple of weeks. I finally there it is.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
It's not the final performances of everything, but at least there it is.
Hell yeah, that must feel good.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear it. We could take a couple minutes and I can listen to it at some point today too.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Man, that you had such a good time with the fam and everything,
yeah, it was really good.
and still made a demo. That's badass.
Well, it was most of it was already made. I just had to I changed the structure, so I had to kind of get into GarageBand and move some stuff around.
Yeah.
And then I have lyrics now, so I recorded the vocals and actually redid the guitar part as well because I
cool.
changed some of the I changed the structure, so I had to go back in and redo the guitar part. But
Nice.
all the MIDI stuff I could just drag and drop it around.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm really stoked about the lyrics and kind of finding the right tone and delivery for the lyrics is feels good.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I had a similar feeling with Durrrty. Well, I mean, I'm confident enough about the song to have given a performance, and to me, it's sort of like a test if I give a performance.
Yeah.
To see how I like it, but it also is like show and tell because I'm kind of stoked.
Yeah.
For
For sure.
She gave me some pretty positive feedback, so I'm cool with it. I still have some work to do, but it's just like another iteration of the track, which I'm happy about. It's progressing.
Yeah.
It's nice to have like a song. We went to a friend of Harvey's for his birthday yesterday, and his name's Larry. He's a pilot. Most of Harvey's close friends are airline workers.
Yeah.
So Larry is a pilot, and he's married to Cal, who's around my age. Larry's 55, and Cal's, I think, 40. And she does the same job Harvey does, except Harvey's more senior. So, he was her boss, but they're best friends, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, Larry's really into music, so he invited me over yesterday with Erica and Harvey, and everybody's there because we were going to jam. And we had done something before where we were all partying. This is probably 5 years ago. We're all partying. We end up back at their house. They're on a campfire. He pulls out an acoustic bass, and I'm like playing Led Zeppelin while he's, just like this drunken, fun bonfire music moment.
Mm-hmm.
So we just we're gonna jam a little bit. Yesterday, it turned into him showing me his music room, and he just bought this new electric kit. So he's trying to figure out how to put that together. And his son is there. His son's like 15. His name's Ben, and he's playing like all these Nirvana songs, and he's playing like Led Zeppelin songs. He's playing the shit that I learned when I started playing guitar.
Yeah.
Which was just like mind blowing, and it was also really refreshing that some kids are still playing, the fundamental rock music or whatever, at least like I consider fundamental, right? It's probably just because Larry told him, hey, you play Nirvana now, But anyway, this kid Ben, he had a friend over named I think it was Dominic, and I was like, so you guys in a band? I was just kind of fucking with him. And they're like, yeah, actually we're in a band. Like 14-year-old kids, man. It's like when I started playing music, it was so cool.
Nice.
And I'm trying to get out of there the whole time because Erica was tired, and we didn't really have, she didn't really have the bandwidth to sit around while Larry and I try and jam. And I figured I had a couple minutes, and they were already jamming, so I was like, fuck it, let's do a song. So I grabbed this bass. They've got this really cool Epiphone SG bass, so it looks just like my electric guitar. It's same color, same pick art, everything, but it's like the bass version of my guitar. I've seen these, and I've never had a chance to play it, so it was more like I just wanted to play this bass. And I was like, yeah, let's do a song, like whatever. And he starts playing fucking White Stripes, Seven Nation Army. So we do that. It was cool. It was an interesting experience, to be honest with you. But no, it was a lot of fun, just to be able to do that one track.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I'm just trying to play as much music as I can. You know what I mean? Whenever I can. We went to a concert yesterday on the beach with a bunch of people that we know, and I just realized there's like a music scene down here that I didn't even realize. And this band, they played originals the whole time, and all I do is bitch about how none of these bands in the South Bay play originals, and here's one right before me. And I'm like homies with 3 of the members because they're all bartenders,
Yeah.
So it's cool. There's some shit percolating down here, which I'm stoked about.
Nice.
Like a little scene I'm trying to tap into a little bit.
What beach? Hermosa?
Well, that particular concert was on Dockweiler Beach, which is El Segundo's beach.
Yeah.
But these kids I know from Manhattan and Hermosa.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. You got to jam.
Yeah, I mean, I played with 2 14-year-olds, Seven Nation Army, while Larry watched, and then his other friend, who's like a mid-50-year-old, watched, and but it was cool, man. It was casual,
Yeah.
It was fun, and the bass was fun to play on too.
Well, when you guys are coming up here, I know. I don't know if we'll have any time, but it's so tempting. You're coming into town.
Jam. Ryan,
we have to.
We're giving a performance to Bill. Okay? like that's what I'm saying. Performance is like get like drive preparation, drive like we don't have to do. We don't. Okay, we don't have. I don't want to put that pressure on this trip. But I would like to at least play music with you.
Yeah.
Please.
Totally.
This is like our shot here.
Yeah.
To like play these goddamn songs together. That'd be amazing. and we got to record it too on video.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Maybe you could find like a rehearsal space that we can go to or something.
Right. Let's find. And we've got drums and we've got acoustic guitar, but we don't have any amps or PA or anything. I mean, we can rent something, of course, or I could maybe borrow whatever.
We can figure it out. We can figure it out. I'm just saying, like, I would love to jam with you on that trip at some point. If it's not too much stress and it's not too much to take on,
Yeah. Well, it sounds like Bill was saying 2 nights. 2 nights on the trail, but we have like these guys are coming to town Thursday night.
Thursday night, cool.
And then we'd have Friday, Saturday night on the trail, and then Sunday night is open.
4 nights.
He was saying he'd fly back on Monday. I don't know. You haven't booked yours yet, but
he booked my ticket.
He did?
He paid for my shit, dude.
What?
Yeah, Bill's the man. I didn't even ask him to. He just did it.
Oh my God, that's insane.
I know. I mean, what the fuck? I love it. I mean,
oh my God.
It's amazing. Because he was starting to kind of offer to help me with stuff, and I thought that was, I appreciate that. However, I'm like, well, do you think that I'm broke or something? You know, it's like when I was making all this money bartending, and then now that I'm not, it's nice. It's nice to have
Yeah.
support. You know, because I couldn't do this trip. Honestly, couldn't do it
Yeah.
right now. So, but I didn't
Right.
have to
Right.
go there with him or anything. He just like doing it because, in his words, he's got all this money
Right.
and he wants to spend it on something. I don't know, his friends, I guess, which is awesome.
Yeah. Well, and I think he's like, maybe thinks that's what's holding us back. Of this is like he's living for this shit. Like
Yeah.
the hiking is his big thing, and
Mm-hmm.
so it kind of kicks us into gear. If he's like, well, shit, I'll pay for it, and
That makes sense.
then you got no excuse.
Right, exactly. That makes sense.
So that's super nice of him. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
insane.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
He just. What's that?
I'm just so super excited about this trip. It's gonna be awesome.
Hell yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Thanks for offering to host.
oh, of course, that's
Yeah.
like a dream to have you guys over. That's
Hell yeah, dude.
be so cool. I don't know if I'll be able to stay in Monroe that first night when you guys are crashing in the hotel room. I'm just like, what are you talking about? I'm not like
No,
gonna let you guys have a hotel
think-
party without me.
I think it's funny his plan that we get in like at 10 and then we just chill at a hotel bar. It's cool. I mean, my inclination is like, fuck you. Let's go in a lift and go to Seattle. Like, what are we doing? Like,
Right.
I don't know. I don't know how far everything is, but SeaTac.
I mean, I
I know
guess-
that's far from Seattle, but whatever.
We
Whatever he
probably
wants
want to
do.
have an early
Maybe he
start
just wants
and
to
all
be
that.
mellow. What's that?
Maybe it's probably smart to get an early start.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this big physical thing, but
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but at the least, you got to come and have some drinks at the hotel bar with us.
yeah, we gotta at least hang out.
For sure.
I'll crash on the floor or whatever.
Exactly. That's probably like what's going to happen here.
Yeah,
That'd be wonderful. I'd love that.
hell yeah,
That'd be a really cool night.
dude, I can't wait. Yeah, so we'll have to squeeze in a jam probably on Sunday.
Yeah, and you know what? Let's bring guitars on the hike. Oh, that'd probably be a pain in the ass to lug
Oh.
everything around.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Yeah, okay, fuck that. So this
Um,
is this kind of a rigorous hike, do you think?
I
Like
mean, more
hills?
rigorous than I've never done an overnight, 3-day. I mean, you have, but I haven't.
Yeah.
I don't know how strenuous it's going to be, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's an extreme one, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the distance is. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know like having any extra weight is a big
Yeah.
no,
Yeah, that makes
supposedly.
sense. Maybe he'll rent us a burro or something for our
I have a
fucking,
pack llama.
for our fucking like 30 racks of beer that we're bringing along or something. That'd be funny. Yeah.
Dude, and that's coming up. That's only in like 2 months.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've got 2 big trips coming up. I've got our trip, which is in June, and then we're going to Hawaii in May.
Nice.
We're doing it's Harvey's boyfriend Kevin. It's Kevin's birthday on May 5th,
Mm-hmm.
and it's my birthday on May 8th. So they already had this trip planned May 5th through 10th, and and basically invited us. So we're taking advantage of that.
Nice.
We're gonna crash on their couch in their hotel,
Yeah.
And no, but Erica rented an Airbnb for my birthday, for the 8th and 9th.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice.
Oh, that's awesome. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
Where in Hawaii?
Waikiki, Honolulu.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
yeah, man.
Can't wait till I get my shot. I don't have a schedule yet.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm getting my first one this week.
Are you?
Yeah,
Damn, that's so cool.
I'm just going for it. My
Yeah.
age range is okay, and it says if I work in restaurants, I'm okay. So I just got
nice.
I got an email from my hospital saying that they just got a shipment of vaccines, and they sent me a link. So I'm just like, it's kismet. I'm going
Yeah.
for it.
Do it. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think I can schedule anything until April 15th. That's when Washington's going wide open. So, yeah. See if I'm sure there's going to be a huge backlog, but
What do you mean wide open? What does that mean?
anybody 16 and over can get it on starting on the 15th. So,
Okay.
I don't think I can schedule anything until that point.
I see. Well, I mean, if it's anything like California, just so you know, they're not actually checking these documents, according to a lot of people. So, I don't work in a restaurant anymore. I'm just gonna hope for the best.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I honestly think it's one of those things where I don't know. I mean, I don't know because they run out of vaccines too. So
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard that too. They're not necessarily like at the clinics. They're not policing the who's eligible. It's not really.
Right.
But I've only got a
Yeah.
few more days.
Oh, you're right. It's almost April 15th. Holy shit!
Yeah, it's 4 days away.
Oh my God.
Can you believe it? Like this year is just flying by.
Yeah.
It's already almost a third over.
Yeah, you're right. We're done with the first quarter. It's a quarter over.
Man.
It's been good though. It doesn't feel like it's flown by. It feels like it's been, 4 months.
Yeah.
Like a good 4 months. It's been a lot. A lot happened this year, already. God.
Yeah.
To me, with the job.
How's things going with the job?
It's going good. It's becoming more of an actual job, and that feels good to me because then that means that I'm more probable to be successful at it. Because success at this job, Ryan, could mean $1 million a year pay.
That's pretty good.
I mean, and what they expect of their agents is $200,000 a year. They expect you to operate on that level, and I'm being groomed for that.
Yeah.
So long as I can keep this up, I mean, I'm on like a good path here. I'm gonna knock on wood so I don't jinx it up.
Yeah.
So that's going really good. It's just my unemployment stopped like 3 weeks ago. So I've been going just off of savings.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit desperate there because I don't know what the deal is. Like, why do they stop? Do they stop because Hennessy's told them that they fired me with cause, which is actually grounds for them to stop giving me unemployment? Or do they stop because it's been a year since I originally filed and I'm on an extension, and they say that you need to refile if you're on an extension, but then they say if you're getting the pandemic assistance, then you don't need to refile if you're on an extension. But here I am not getting any money. And then I call the office and I go through the process of hitting all the numbers and listening to their messages that are trying to tell me to call the automated number over and over again. I wait for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then I finally hit the number that gets me right to them. Sorry, everybody's busy, and they hang up on you.
Yeah.
So I mean, I did that for a good like hour or two, just doing it over and over, hoping like to get through.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. I'm just gonna keep going with it, man. I saved this money for a reason. It's just it's just scary. That's all.
Right. Yeah, it's a mess here too. Like, I had 10 weeks of unemployment last year, and then was working, and then over Christmas break, the work went away. So there was a good few weeks, maybe 3 weeks, where I applied again for unemployment.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure I qualified for it, but they still haven't paid. It's like under review.
Oh God.
But they specifically
pending?
say, like, don't call us.
Right.
We're so swamped, you cannot call us. I was like, well, how are you swamped if nobody's calling you?
Right.
But somebody's calling.
Yeah. No, 100%. I'm calling, and then they hang up on you when you call.
Right.
They don't want to talk to us. They hate their
Yeah.
job. I mean, like, or maybe they love their job because they have all the power. Who knows?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The thing is like, if I do reapply, I don't know. Maybe I got to get somebody to hire me or something, and then I could reapply. I don't know. I'll figure it out. It's just, at a standstill. I'm not really sure what my next move is on it.
Yeah. Are you technically employed if it's commission, or how does that work?
No, I'm an independent contractor.
Ah, yeah.
I'm a 1099 guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there is unemployment insurance for real estate people who are 1099.
Yeah.
However, I had to show that I made some commissions last year or in 2019, and I didn't. So, I mean, I can't just get my license and then be like, give me some unemployment. Get my real estate license,
the website here is just it's not designed for independent contractors.
Really?
Um, no, it's because that was never part of unemployment before this.
Right.
So
Right.
the website is not designed with us in mind. So it's just super. I could go on and on. It's just really
What?
confusing and shit doesn't
Yeah.
apply to me. Even the places where I am an employee,
Yeah.
I'm not. It's not like I have regular weekly hours. I'm an employee, but only when there's an event. So
Okay. Yeah.
I
You're part-time,
work.
basically. You're on call. That's
It's
what they
on
call
call.
it,
Yeah,
right?
it's like, hey,
Yeah.
can you work on the 23rd? It's
Right.
not so, but there's nothing on the website that treats that like that's. So
Huh.
when I work one day, I report it, and then I don't work the next week, and they're like, "Did you get fired? What happened? Are you
Yeah.
on leave? Did you get suspended?" I'm like, "No, I just there's no option to be like I just didn't work this week because there's no hours.
Oh, really?
There's no other. I have to check a
Yeah.
box.
Yeah.
All I
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
just say is like I got laid off, which
Right.
is not
Exactly.
true,
Right.
but that's the closest to true I could put. That's BS. But
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if your website is anything like ours. Basically, you just have to click whatever they need to hear. That I learned that the hard way the first time I got unemployment when I was let go from Dimmock.
yeah,
When I went, I was doing it wrong. I thought, oh, okay, I'm taking some classes online. I guess I'm going back to school, so I'll mark like that I got some training this week. You know,
yeah,
and then they're like, no money this week, and I was like, what the hell? And what they actually wanted to hear is not if I'm just like educating myself generally, but whether I'm taking their classes.
oh,
You know, so
yeah,
then it's okay that I answered no to that question because in fact I didn't take any of their classes that week. So you just
right,
need to answer however they want, and then if you don't, it completely grinds the entire bureaucratic machine to a halt, and you're fucked for like
right,
3 weeks. So
right,
that's why this idea of completely reapplying all the paperwork, all the bullshit, is unappealing. Not just because of the amount of work it'll take me, maybe like a half an hour, but the fact that they'll have to take like 6 weeks to review everything is ridiculous.
right.
If I could just get them on the phone and they could flip a switch back on, and I'd be good. That'd be sick.
Yeah, that'd be nice if you could get a hold of anybody.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, what a mess.
Is yours called the EDD?
No, it's ESD, Employment
ESD.
Security Department or something.
Cool. So I thought that the EDD was nationwide. I didn't realize that it's.
Yeah,
That,
it's
that
a
makes sense
state.
because I think it's edd.ca.gov.
Yeah.
So I put a lot of thought into that URL.
There's another song name. I put a lot of thought into that.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, let's see. What do you want to do? We got about an hour. What do you think? Did you want to play some songs, or what are you thinking?
From my end, I wanted to play you what I've done so far with Abracadabra, and maybe play a little bit of Dirty just so you can see the new lyrics,
Yeah.
and then I'll show you the new thing I wrote, and that's about what I have to contribute today.
Nice.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
Yeah. Really, all I've got is the new demo. I mean, I could play stuff, but there's nothing.
yeah.
Really...
I would love to hear the demo actually. If you want to play that, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Right on. Probably just you listening to it on your end.
Oh, I'll just play it. Okay,
Yeah, and then
Sure.
I'll listen to it on my end as well.
okay. Let me get it lined up. Oh, what else you got on your agenda though? What else?
I mean, that's really it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, let's get
I'd
that
be
done.
moving on to the other A minor song, Lady Luck.
Okay.
At this point, now that I got this demo sort of under control, I'll move on to the other one because that one I've been restructuring too. So,
Okay.
so this one that I sent, I did some things where I made some measures 3/4. It's different from the way you've heard it before. Like I moved things around, and then I also like dropped some beats here and there to make it a little more. I just felt the demo that I had for a long time just felt really tedious and repetitive, and so I mixed things around and made some 3/4 measures that I feel like gives it a little bit of some momentum,
Okay. Cool.
a little more interesting.
Awesome. You know, maybe something else we could do is maybe you could play some of the A minor song and show me where you're stuck, and we could talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, and I can show you some of the stuff that I'm working on that I'm having a little trouble, you know, figuring out what direction to go into.
Sure.
That way we can kind of workshop a little bit today too.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Maybe push these songs along a little bit further.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool.
Nice. All right,
Nice.
what do you want to start with?
I want to listen to your demo.
All right, let's do it.
Cool.
Let's see. So you're gonna listen to it on your end.
Rent free. I'm excited, man.
I'll put myself on mute so you can't hear me listening to it, and I can listen to you.
Oh, okay. So you want to listen to me, my speakers playing your demo?
I guess I don't need to hear that, but if you're saying anything, I want to hear what you're saying. But
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll just listen to it. And you'll be able to hear it through my mic.
cool.
That's what I'm saying. I thought you were going to also play it on your end. You know,
I will listen to it on my end, but I'll
You
mute
will.
myself so you won't hear it.
Got it. Okay. Got it. I'm just working on the volume. I've always loved this riff. Reminds me of like STP or Alice in Chains or Soundgarden or something a little bit right there. Nice.
Every couple weeks to see you in the sleep of a shadow rent free. You still smell the same in your hair, every corner, every door. Wait to see, wait to see.
Yeah, that's great, man. I love how that transition, how you figured that out. It's so smooth.
Nice.
I also love that you can't talk back to me right now. This is great.
Ha!
You just have to sit here and deal with my compliments.
Let me go, cut a rug, have a moment. You could put in sleep, you and me. Where you'll be, always there, every time, every corner, every door. Mea culpa, let me be. You suddenly beside me, with your head on my shoulder, with your hand on my elbow. Ready to be friends.
Quick note. So I was reading the lyrics to this. I read the lyrics, and I looked up what mea culpa meant, actually, because I didn't know what that meant anyway. I was wondering how you're going to pull off that transition because it seems so different. I figured you would do it in the mood of the song, where like all of a sudden she's next to you or whatever. You know, like you're kind of going through the thought in your head, and then it gets to like she's manifesting next to you, she's laying on your elbow. I think you pulled it off. Like that was really cool. Basically, is what I was trying to say.
Stayed at home, you can have it, let me go. You can have it, I'll just go. Stay at home, laying low. Went from coffee straight to beer, off the grid, cut a rug.
Bumble Bees, remember that.
Off the grid, dressing up, see you there. Afternoon in the garden, with your cute little daughters. Stepping slow in the sunshine, look you in the eye.
I'm just thinking about how much fun I'm gonna have when we do this live and we actually kind of play to the styles that are in here a little bit, but make it our own. It's gonna be so much fun. Nice. Yeah, that's great. It's the perfect Ryan song, you know? It's like very... Oh, right, fuck. You're like, enough of this one-way bullshit.
I must speak. Perfect Ryan song? What do you mean?
Dude, I don't know. It's just like, there's a personality about the things that you create. It's very Ryan, That's why it doesn't matter that sometimes I hear Alice in Chains or Beck or Nirvana or whatever. It's probably the same with the stuff that I write. You probably hear a lot of my influences, or you would if you knew what my influences were, all of them,
Yeah.
So, but I put my own stamp on it, So it's just like, when I play the bass, you're like, oh,
Right.
it's Luke playing the bass,
Yeah. Yeah, I
So
hear your
weird
style.
how that, yeah, it's like interesting how that works, isn't it?
Yeah, everybody's got their own. It's like a baseball swing. No two baseball swings are the same.
Is that
Everybody's
right?
got their own little movement, that their body language and the way they hold their hands. It's just none of them look alike.
How about that? I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Huh. Yeah, I think it's the same with guitar.
Oh, okay. So I said, remember Bumble Bees, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to play this song, and I'm going to see if... God, I hope this is right. Do you ever hear these guys, Bumble Bees?
No.
When I was listening to your vocal style, I thought of these guys. Because I have never heard a vocal style like yours. The way that you are putting your effects on it, and the way that you have chosen to sing. Like the range that you kind of hang
Yeah.
around, and the style that you sing in and shit. It's so cool.
Huh.
And it kind of reminds me of these guys. These guys are obviously more aggressive. Like he distorted his voice, but it feels like he's
Yeah.
kind of doing a similar, and then I think of Beck sometimes when I hear your
Yeah, that
voice
definitely
on
sounded
here.
like Beck.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because I think of Beck sometimes when I hear how you've chosen to record your
Huh.
vocals. Yeah.
Yeah, I just keep putting the same filter on it in GarageBand. It's called Dance.
Dance. Okay.
I don't know what that means, but
That's so great.
when it's just unfiltered, it sounds terrible. But when I put that dance filter on every time, it's like, that's it. That sounds good.
Huh.
I don't know what it is, but
Don't feel bad about it. I'm listening to that Jeff Tweedy book still.
Yeah.
And he just said that a lot of singers like to add effects to their voice.
yeah, for sure. I'd love to figure that out
Or
in our
reverb,
live
sorry.
setup.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, like how to replicate that?
Yeah, like certain singers have their own like consistent mic sound. Like
Cool.
Karen O has her own. Like,
Yeah.
she always sounds like Karen O because
Right.
there's some kind of filter.
Yeah.
And the Strokes, the guy in
Yeah.
the Strokes sounds the same every time.
Right.
I don't know what it is, but he's got some like combination
Yeah.
of things that he always does, and it fits his voice.
Right. Right.
I'm sure if we heard them like unfiltered, it'd be like, that doesn't sound right. It doesn't have that same character,
Right. Right.
So I got to figure out what that is. If I need to buy some like
Well, you know what,
pedals
the test-
or whatever.
if you ever want to be tested on that theory, Ryan,
Yeah.
simply play me the demo without the effect, and I'll tell you honestly whether I still enjoy your voice or if I enjoy it in a different way or if
All right.
it sounds the same to me.
Cool.
And then you can get over that hurdle and
Yeah.
start writing in other vocal styles too.
Cool. I think they take out a lot of the bass of my voice. I don't know what it is, but
Well, it's funny because Beck he brought the dance. Like his style of dance music is so interesting. I love that guy. I respect him so much. I recently started listening to him again, probably
Yeah.
because like your voice reminded me of him.
yeah, I don't consciously try to sound like any
Mhm.
specific person, but I'm definitely influenced by, I'm sure by Tom York probably more than anybody in Beck.
Right.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
Folk music.
John Lennon.
I'm not trying to sound like any specific person.
No, I know what you're saying. That's what I meant. Like our personality when I said this song is Ryan.
Yeah.
Part of the reason why I wanted to define that is because I'm worried that maybe I'm offending you a little bit if I'm saying that it sounds like Beck or it sounds like Alice in Chains. Because if you started pointing out, oh, that sounds like Modest Mouse, that might piss me off.
Mm.
So what I'm trying to say is globally, now I'm embracing how I write if it's like Modest Mouse.
Yeah.
Because what I want to do is take something that I think sounded cool that they created, and then like bring it back to life a little bit, and then do it in a way that resonates with whatever I'm trying to say musically at that moment.
Yeah.
So that is what I think. If you break it down, is sort of how we, steal music, right?
Yeah.
It's not stealing or borrowing. It's just sort of, making it yours, basically. Unless it's a direct theft, then you're just not an artist.
Right. Yeah, I always find it interesting especially when you say some of my guitar progressions sound like Nirvana.
Yeah.
I take that as a compliment, but
Cool.
it's like it surprises me because I can't play any of that stuff. Like I never, other than About a Girl, I don't think I can play a single Nirvana song. And I don't know how to play power chords. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought of that myself. I wouldn't have been like, oh, this sounds like a grunge song. To me, it's more like folk music inspired, I guess. Just because that's what I grew up playing was folk music. That's kind of all I can play.
I would
is
love
like
to know.
folk chords.
Can you make me a folk playlist?
Oh,
like
sure.
your favorite folk songs, like the ones that got you going.
Oh, there's so much good stuff. Yeah,
I would
totally.
I would love to be exposed to that. I'm so curious about all these different styles, especially Americana type stuff.
Totally, yeah. Boy, my dad is a goldmine of a certain era of
I would
folk
love
music.
to talk to him in depth about that, but I need to be prepared. Like I want to have an appreciation for the genre first. But anyway, that was a tangent.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I could speak to that. I would say there's two parts to the things that you write that remind me of Nirvana. First of all, before all this shit, a power chord is so easy, dude. All you need to play is the first and second note of a bar chord. That's it.
Right.
And then
First and
fuck all
second
the
note.
rest of the chord. It's so easy.
Okay.
That's it. Now you can play a bar chord. You
Yeah.
can play any goddamn rock song there ever is now, period. And it's way easier than any folk song you ever played, trust me.
It's not 3 notes, it's the 2 notes.
Nah, I mean, okay, the third note is just the octave of the first note.
Yeah, yeah.
So, if you want your power chord to sound thicker, you can do that,
Okay.
I'll show you some stuff on guitar later.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the larger point, right, about Nirvana is, okay, so I have been obsessed with Nirvana, and they are what drove me to play guitar. And so if I could write something that was, to me, an evolution of Nirvana, or even something that Kurt may have written or something, that'd be amazing. So honestly, what I'm doing is I'm giving you a compliment.
Yeah.
Like one Nirvana fan to another Nirvana fan,
Yeah.
And I'm also jealous of that. So there's that, which is probably why I brought it up in the first place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I aspire to write a track that catches my ear in a similar way, but I don't think I could ever write that because I would think that I don't know. I've been trying to do that now,
Yeah.
But I end up writing this way that I have been, which is interesting to me, like where this is coming from. I'm trying to find my voice too. So
Yeah.
on guitar, it's interesting.
Well, maybe it helps that I can't actually play or don't know. I know the one song, but maybe if I knew all these Nirvana licks, then it would be hard for me to. I would
Right.
just be like, oh, that's ripping off this, or that's
Yeah.
ripping off this. Like, so I
Right.
just maybe stumbled into it on 1 or 2 songs. But
Yeah,
I'm a
Yeah.
huge fan, so maybe that's not a coincidence.
yeah.
But I don't. This song we just listened to is. I wrote that guitar part in 2004. I have no idea what was going through my head. I have no idea. I had literally forgotten about it.
It was a lot of marijuana, dude. That's
Yeah,
what was
that
going
was
through your head.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I had totally forgotten about this and Lady Luck until I was going through these old tapes. I was like, oh yeah, that fucking. I had to
Holy
like
shit.
figure out the chords and
Wow.
yeah. So I'm
shocked
still not
that
sure
you-
what to do on that. Maybe it doesn't need a lyric or something, but the little sort of the part that doesn't have any words. I was gonna just
The
do
last
like
part of the song?
yeah, it's in
Yeah.
there a few times, but the part that ends it, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I saw something on your face when that part played. I figured you weren't happy with it for some reason. But what is it? It's just, I mean, it all fit to me. It just kind of got me thinking about the part if I had anything to offer.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
so
maybe
I'd
it doesn't need a
probably have to
vocal.
listen to it again with that in mind, because it doesn't seem too long to me. You know, I mean, maybe you could
Mhm.
take the last time and cut it in half or try with that, but then
Hmm.
the way you wrapped it up with that weird like open cadence or something, but it was so lovely that it's okay. You know, it wrapped it all up in a bow. So
Cool.
yeah. I mean, they're,
Awesome.
yeah, yeah.
I didn't respond to your nice text the other day about I sent you the lyrics.
Oh yeah,
And that's one, like we were talking about last time, when I don't respond to something.
yeah, yeah.
It's usually because I can't find a way to put it into words.
Okay.
But that was really, really nice response you wrote.
Cool.
Yeah, just sort of about how it's haunting and like writing about an ex like that. Yeah,
Mhm.
Katie's heard of this, and yeah, she's really cool about writing about all old relationships, and
Yeah.
yeah, she's just really chill about it and encourages it.
Even if this is like something that's happening to you now. I mean, honestly, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, is this happening to him now? Is this like, wow, this is like pretty intimate or something.
Yeah, well, those the choruses are two dreams that I've had recently.
Got it.
So like
Okay.
the suddenly she's beside me, put her
I
head on my
see.
shoulder. That's a
Okay.
dream I had. And then there's a second one recently. That one was like a year ago, and I wrote it down. I've been meaning to do something with it, and then I had another one a week or so ago, and that's where the second verse about the first one I had was walking through the garden, and the second one was like where she's just like suddenly right next to me and puts her head on my shoulder.
Yeah, yeah.
But like the verses are kind of about shit that went down right after the breakup. But yeah, it's just sort of this like something that still does haunt me. It was
Yeah.
like really, I think it was just a traumatic experience that I never fully got over,
Right. Totally.
It's not as, obviously it hurts like 1% as much as it used to, but it's still there.
Yeah.
So the dreams kind of brought it back.
Okay.
But yeah,
That's yeah.
Jeez. Cool
Well,
about it.
That's cool. No, I mean, honestly, I had a freak out because I was like, holy shit, maybe I overstepped or something, or, and then I was like, oh, okay. He told me that, what you said. And that made me feel about half better. So now next week, it'll be like 25% better, because the truth is it's this that causes me to do shit like that sometimes.
What, the freak out?
Like this weed, it'll cause me to get super like artsy fartsy, and then want to send you some shit, and then I
Yeah.
do it, and then it's kind of like a drunk dial or something. I'm like, oh god, was it any good? Like that Rick Rubin thing. I was
Yeah.
terrified for a week that it was like garbage, and I don't know, because I'm not really very public with things that I create. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but
So
I
I need to
appreciate
respond.
appreciate you bringing it up.
Yeah, I need to give you quicker responses so you not freak out.
Right. Well, that's like, I need to not freak out. That's a big issue. That's why I'm in therapy. So don't sweat it. My therapist got it.
Yeah.
It's on me.
No,
I appreciate it though.
Also, when it's something like nice, I have a hard time responding. So your text was really complimentary, and then it feels so good that I just like sit on it all day, because I'm like, oh
No way.
yeah. Whenever I
Sick.
get like a really nice email or something,
Yeah.
I kind of sit on it for a day or two, because
Cool.
it's a good feeling, and once I've responded, it just kind of takes it
Okay.
to a different place.
Cool. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Cool. I like that. Actually, I appreciate you sharing that with me.
Huh.
Because really, I mean, the only option that I had for people not responding to me is that they hate me, and that's just like my crazy wiring from like my mom or something.
Yeah.
So that gives me another option, which I really appreciate. That's really cool.
I understand. I have intense reactions imagining how people respond, especially to like creative things. I'm so sensitive to the way they respond to it,
Yeah.
so I get it.
Well, yeah. Well, that reminds me of from Colombia. From
Yeah.
just paralyzed by critics or
He was.
judgment. Yeah, that was his big thing. Like I think he quit his band. He was just so nervous about
Hmm.
sharing anything that he created that he just it stopped him from creating.
Wow.
And I thought that
I didn't know
was
that.
a shame because I actually really enjoyed his band. I thought he was good.
Yeah.
I don't know. He probably got back to it. It was just something that he had said to me. I thought that you knew that about him too.
No. I didn't know him very well.
You didn't? Okay.
I mean, we played shows with several times. They're always kind of, I don't know. Obviously, I'm good friends with
Oh, right.
and friends.
Was it?
Yeah.
I fucking forgot that entirely. That's so cool. Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
I
think he
remember him
played
walking
guitar.
off stage now with.
Yeah. And he's the same kind of person who has trouble getting over.
Ugh.
I don't know if it's other people's judgment. I think it's usually his. He can't get past his own criticism,
Yeah.
self-criticism
Yeah.
sometimes. But
Damn. That poor guy. I kind of feel sorry for the guy. You know. No, I mean that he's just so tortured by this.
yeah.
You know, personal criticism that he just can't. It's like paralyzes him. I mean, just your description of him. I honestly was not very close to him. I would see him out and talk to
Yeah.
him every now and then, but you know.
Well, I don't know if he's in therapy, but I know he's really trying to work on it. Like he might be in therapy dealing with this issue
Yeah.
because he knows it's an issue and he's trying to get out of his own way because he's super talented and a very good musician, and he's in 2 or 3 bands. Like he's rock solid musician.
Yeah.
And has
That's
written
awesome.
some really good songs. But yeah, he's trouble getting out of his own head about
Yeah.
it. Just he'll start like and do half a demo, but just can't get over his I'm ripping off so and so or whatever. We're the same way.
Really?
Like we'd start down a certain path, like this cool new song, and then
Yeah.
we'd tear it to shreds of like, oh no, we're this derivative of
Right.
some underground band nobody's ever heard of. Like,
Yeah,
we're
right.
ripping them off.
Right. Right. Exactly. Like
So-
every new idea has to be completely original in your mind.
Right.
I mean, that's how I used to think. You know, that's why this band that we are doing right now is so, like, freeing. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Because it's
I mean,
like
for me, you know, because what I was trying to do in Allison Pool before is probably what your boy and was trying to do is just create something like cool and original and da da da
Yeah.
da. You know, in the streets to me was, I mean, it was just something I threw together real quick. You know,
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, I'm happy I wrote it, but all that other improvising stuff, I was always hoping to go back and mine that for something cool. So maybe that's something we should add to the board. You know.
Yeah. There's definitely good stuff in there.
Cool. Yeah.
Um,
Cool. I gotta add that to my to-do list then. I mean, I've got so many demos that you've sent me throughout the years, and the links that you sent me recently, right? Those are probably the most continuous.
The Allison Pool ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the stuff I've put so far up on archive. But then I've recently, I digitized all of it recently, so I've got it all, and some of
Could
it I
you-
just haven't chopped into individual tracks. I could just like upload it as is, which would be a lot faster.
Yeah. Yeah. Could you do that? Or no?
Sure.
or could you put a link to wherever it all is in our
Yeah.
Google Drive, so I can just go in our drive and then link away to wherever it's at,
Yeah, for
and then
sure.
I can just listen to it. I'll make my own notes. You don't need to chop it up.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just upload all the recordings.
Man, that's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah.
My mornings are super fun now. I get up and I'll do the dishes, and then I'll you know what I do now is I get up and I get my area cleaned, and I try and meditate, and smoke a little weed, right, and then I get right into writing music,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so much fun because I try and do that until Erica wakes up. So I usually got a good 2 hours on her before she wakes up. She's like a 10-hour sleeper.
Yeah.
So that's when I get most of the work done. So it'll be super fun for me to listen to the stuff and make notes and try and
Yeah.
figure out what I was doing and add to the
Yeah, that'd be
continuum here.
Nice.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Something about Allison Pool.
Yeah.
and how what we're doing now is liberating.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's like it has to do for me with the time we are in life right now, and it's different when we were 25 and both in LA, and I don't know, it just now it just feels like we got nothing to lose.
Right.
It's
Right.
like, well, we just didn't play music for 15 years, and
Right.
it's just fucking let it rip,
Right. Exactly, man.
I'd rather just whatever. It's better to just be in a band and put about. Who cares if anybody ever listens to it? Blah blah
Right.
blah. We'd be still ahead of where we were before.
But you are 100% on the same page with me now. That's exactly where I'm at, man. Like,
Yeah.
if this goes anywhere, awesome. If it doesn't, awesome.
Yeah,
I'm having an awesome time.
yeah, totally.
Yeah. And all this extra stuff, the recording and the poem to Rick Rubin, that's just fun. Like,
Yeah.
we can do that if we want. If we decide later down the road that we want to make a bigger play, cool. We've got some content. We can go for it.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah, for sure.
I'm just like, I'm so stoked with what we're doing.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and like, fuck, the pandemic's one thing, but and then we're long distance, and
Yeah.
I'm just so remote from being a part of any music scene. Like, I don't know. I know a couple people, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I have a few things I could try if we were actually going to try to get a show, but going back to Columbia days or even LA days, like, where I had ready access to venues and like knew
Yeah.
a bunch of people, and I mean,
Yeah.
shit, you knew a ton of people, and we're way deep in it. But yeah, it's such a weird place to be in now. Of this, just feels like we're starting back at zero, and
Yeah.
so just even being able to fucking book a show sounds impossible. Like, how would I even go about that? I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. Can you hear me okay? I'm a little bit further away from my mic. Here, let me see.
Yeah.
Okay, so I sent you, I think I pot dialed you, that's what I'm going to call it. I pot dialed you a link to a book that I'm reading, Work
Yeah.
by Referral.
I don't know if I got that.
No? Maybe
When
that's
was
why
it?
I don't know. It was probably a couple weeks ago. So I read it. It's a book on sales, right?
Yeah.
And this book is, the thing about sales is that it's basically the key to a happy life. Because all sales is communicating with people. That's all it is, and if you learn how to communicate with people, you can confidently communicate with anybody, right?
Yeah.
And what this book does is it teaches you how to do that, and then it teaches you how to use that to build a business. Just based on who you know and the level of relationship that you've created and built with this person, and what inevitably happens is, if you're building relationships inside of an industry that you want to work in, then you make friends, and friends want to help friends, so they send you a referral. You send them a referral, and this is why it's called work by referral, because essentially, you just, everybody sends you their business. That's, you've done all this with you have a business that's based on referral, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, so in a business sense, it directly applies to you. So you should read it for that at least,
Yeah, I
Now-
do remember getting that.
Yeah. But in a band sense, in a more sort of ethereal, abstract way, I see this as, because it's a way of building a relationship with people. I want to find people I like and build with them,
Mm-hmm.
and that's going to lead us down the road. If I like this reggae band that I saw yesterday, so now I'm going to become their friend. And my bartender friend Mikey J showed up. I love what he's been writing lately. I didn't even know, out of nowhere, he's like this fucking amazing folk singer guy. And he's this guy from Jersey. Hey, Mikey J. Dodge. Like he's, but he writes these like really sad fucking folk songs that are like deep and haunting, and his voice is getting better. Not haunting, he's not there yet, but his voice is getting better. Anyway, he shows up, and I'm like, what the fuck? all these people are writing original music, and so am I, and I live here, and we're on the beach, and one of these people is giving a concert on the beach. This is like the people I need to be fucking with,
Yeah.
you know? So that's what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to start building relationships with these people to our
Nice.
benefit, you know?
Hell yeah.
And we'll see where that leads. And if you start doing the same thing in Seattle, like people you respect,
yeah.
you know, maybe, I don't know, then we can just start kind of figuring out what's out there and what road we want to go down.
Yeah. Might be just a fun little exercise. I mean, you just named some answers to this question.
Yeah.
But just like, all right, let's say we wanted to book a show like
Yeah.
right now, or let's say we were ready. Who would you reach out to
Yeah.
start this happening?
Well, my initial gut reaction was my network,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Like on Facebook.
No, I mean like my music business database.
Yeah.
You know, who do I know that's still a booking agent, or who do I know that still works at a venue? And then the second tier of that, which is more hot of a network, is the South Bay. You know, I used to book shows in the South Bay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's I didn't even want to do that job because it's so stupid. All you're doing is booking cover bands. Who gives a fuck, you know? But I had to have these cover bands play on Saturday nights, so I cared about what Jeff was booking because he would throw on all these shitty bands I had to deal with, you know. So anyway, I know all these bands and I know how it works in the South Bay. So the South Bay would be like easy for us to get a show here, you know.
Yeah.
Or we could just play here and I can invite all my friends, you know, or we could do it on the beach
Right.
like the Lucky Ones did. Easy.
Yeah.
I can get 100 people there.
Huh.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, in LA, there's still like, I think Pauline, the violin player from Anchors,
Oh,
I think
cool.
she's still active. I think she was running a venue for a while. I think you went there, Timber Space.
Oh yeah, I remember her.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
I think she took that place over for years. I don't know. I think it might have shut
Badass.
down, but I'm sure she's still doing something, and I think she still plays in multiple bands.
Amazing. Perfect. Yeah. she's
Andrew,
perfect.
the guitar player, I think he's still active. He's got a band called Traps PS,
Nice.
and he's for a while, long time. And I think after Anchors, like he got in. I don't even know if the Smell is still around, but I remember the Smell was like the holy grail
Yeah.
of the
totally.
indie scene. Like if you could just get booked on the Smell, you're in, you know. And I think after Anchors, he like got his way in there. I don't know how, if is that place still open?
I couldn't tell you, but I mean, I did a lot of shows there. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Not in bands, unfortunately,
But he's been active for so long. And Pauline, I'm sure they know a ton of people. We're still on good terms.
excellent.
So I could reach out to them.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah. And then here, I've got a few friends that are active, and then like I lived in Olympia and worked at a venue,
Perfect.
so I've got connections there.
Awesome.
And then shit, I work in the AV tech community, so like
Right.
all those people are connected to the music scene and
100%.
probably know bookers or sound guys or whatever the fuck, you know. A lot of them are sound guys.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's kind of a fun little thought exercise of
100%.
like, how would we actually get the ball
Yeah.
rolling if we were ready?
Right.
So, I mean, maybe that's a good goal for us for 2021 to play one show,
I'm into it. Yeah.
play at least one show in 2021,
Okay.
wherever it may be.
For New Year's.
Get it under the wire.
Dude, can we make that a goal? I would love to play a New Year's party. That would be so fucking cool.
Yeah,
We could just open it, you know, and then we can party.
right.
I'm so about that, by the way. If
Hell
we make
yeah.
that happen.
Yeah, I mean, and it's, you know, pretty feasible for us to go, but well, I don't know about with instruments. We'll have to
Well,
figure
we
all
could
that
do it
out.
as a two-piece to start, you know, just make it easy on ourselves. Just play everything bare bones.
Yeah,
You know, why be too ambitious? I'm just saying. Like,
but even like with just the two of us, how would
Yeah.
we drive with like, would I drive down there with my drum set or would we just like
right, where
have
we're
a drum
playing.
set down there that I
So
play
you're
on?
assuming
you know?
we're playing in LA? Why don't we play in Seattle? It'd be awesome.
Either way, we'd have, how are we doing it? Either way, are we driving
Yeah.
and bringing our gear, or do we have two sets of gear, you know?
Well, I think it all would have to start with what our songs end up sounding like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if it actually would require a bigger band, and if it does, then we would figure out. Well, we would have to book the show, and then based on where the show is at, we would have to find out what equipment they would provide for us.
Right.
And if they provide us enough gear, then we would only have to bring our instruments. But if they don't provide any gear, then we would have to, rent it or bring it up in a car or whatever is the best idea for the time.
Yeah. I think it's like a 18-hour drive, Seattle to LA.
Well, I've done Seattle, Portland once in a stretch with a band. They had to play a show up there.
Mm-hmm.
Drove the whole fucking thing starting at 3 a.m. I started hallucinating along the way. But I wouldn't let anybody else drive because they're from England. And I'm like, you guys need to rest. You got a big show. And we get up there, and there's like 2 people at this fucking show. I almost killed us all for. So stupid.
Fuck.
It was cool, though. It was a cool memory. Good venue. But no, that's a long-ass drive. I mean, I've done it before, but yeah, it's a long-ass drive.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
Yeah.
Especially if it was like one of us driving,
Yeah. Yeah,
One person
Harvey's got
driving
buddy
back.
passes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So flying for me, I'll probably use a buddy pass to go up this time.
Mm-hmm.
Because he still works for Alaska. They've got a hub up there.
Nice. Right on.
Anyway, it's 8:10. We should probably play some music.
Yeah, let's play something.
Yeah. Let me do a bathroom break.
Cool.
All right, I'll be right back. If it's too much like echo or something, so it takes away from your experience.
Yeah.
Because the mics are pretty close to each other. Oh, but I'm not going to sing, so not for this one. I'll just play you this song.
Cool.
Yeah. Can you hear that?
Yeah, there we go.
Is that? You want me to turn it up here?
Yeah, turn it up a little bit. There we go.
Is that okay?
Clipping a little bit.
Is it clipping? Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear it.
All right, cool.
Cool. Yeah.
All right, one more time. What do you think?
Nice, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. So,
Cool.
yeah, it's so bizarre and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, unpredictable. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
The audio quality was bad, but I
Yeah.
can but I can make it
pick up
out.
on it. Okay.
Yeah, I can pick it up
Alright.
through that, and yeah, that's really cool.
Cool. There's a little bit of nuances and bending and stuff that you probably didn't hear, but maybe you got the picture.
Yeah,
Cool, man. I'm stoked about that one.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like. I mean, is that like the whole what's the status? Is that like the whole song? Is that a couple parts, or what do you think?
That's basically the presentation. That's what I have going right now.
Yeah,
And it just kind of needs to get a little bit of structure, basically.
Yeah.
But I think those are going to be the parts.
yeah.
And
Oh, it's
there's
really
gonna be a little
cool.
there's going to be a little bit more rocking too. I left out that part because I kind of forgot how it went.
Yeah. No, that one's awesome.
Cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like it.
And I actually wrote a bunch of lyrics. You could just throw a bunch up there too. It's in the Abracadabra folder. It's just like
Yeah.
weird, sketchy thoughts, basically, mostly about this chick. But I don't even know. I haven't looked at it since I wrote it. I just put it up there. I don't know.
That's
I'm
funny.
thinking like spiders and spider webs. I'm thinking like
Yeah.
a little bit of the influence from the Smashing Pumpkins.
Huh.
I don't know, and little Fugazi in there, a little Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I gotta hear that. Yeah. No, that one's really cool.
Cool.
It's got a definitely like a unique sound to it.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
awesome.
Yeah, man. Whew, I'm glad you liked it. That felt good to play that like that. I'm like kind of blissing right now.
Yeah, like I have no idea what you played either. Like I don't know if you played a single chord. Like it was so like
Yeah.
I have no idea what you just
That's so
played.
great. See, that's exactly what I want to create, man. I want to create songs where people are like, "What the fuck did he just play?" Because I hear those songs all the time, and I'm like, "What the fuck did he just play?" And like the
Yeah.
harder it is to figure out, the smarter I think the person is, or something like that. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I got to take intelligence out of it. Something about that person is compelling to me.
You're right.
Yeah,
No, that's really cool.
cool.
You got another one?
Yeah. So let me.
We got like 10. We got a little less than 10 minutes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna play you this like little. This one is very new, so I'll just kind of play you the basic idea that I have. But it's a song that I'm working on for Erica, and it just kind of
Mhm.
reminds me of her, like fun scooting little vibe,
Scoot.
Let me know if you can hear this better.
Is it clipping on your end?
Honestly, it's not even registering. Can you hear that better? You can't hear
Yeah, it's clipping. I don't. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Whoa.
There we go.
This mic fucking actually works, apparently.
That sounds better.
Holy shit. This mic doesn't even work. Well, it's actually turned way up. That's probably why. Let me turn it down a little bit. Can you hear that?
Yeah,
Can you hear it? Is it distorted?
it's much better.
Much better? All right. Yeah, okay, cool. Gotta get this. So it just kind of jumps around that little part, I started out, it was like a, so it's kind of more rock. It's like, just
Nice.
beginning stages, having some fun.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I like that those licks. That's cool.
Cool, man. Yeah, I'm kind of
Yeah.
like having some fun with licks. I'm trying to make them fresh and innovating
Yeah.
sounding, you know. Can you hear this guitar better now? Can I play you a little bit of that last song just so you can hear it without the distortion?
It's sounding messed up again.
It sounds bad again. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
All right, sorry.
It's weird. It should. Yeah, we're using real mics. We should be able to hear how it really sounds.
Huh.
I think, but we can figure that out.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Because we only got a few minutes. But
Yeah.
you want to sing the new verse to "Dirty"?
Sure, yeah. Write the song, make it a good one, not too long, not too overdone. Do your job, keep that smile on. Break your back then. Take out the trash. Yeah, let me try it. So that was like a verse that I put together, and then I've got another one. Let me do that again. Sorry.
Yeah.
Can you hear this? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'll play you the next thing. So this is how it goes in a world so full of hope. Yeah, sorry, I fucked myself up. Let me start over. Sorry. So this is how it goes in a world so full of hope. Go for broke till you finally know it's all lies. Fuck dirty. You get the point, right?
Yeah.
You wear flock dirty.
Nice, dude. I really love that song.
Yeah, cool.
I have one note.
Yeah,
It sounds so good when you do the loud lyrics.
yeah.
It makes me want you to do that the whole time. Like the beginning, you start out like writing a song,
Yeah.
make it a good one. Like I want to hear that. Writing a song,
The
make it a
whole
good
damn
one.
time, huh?
Like do that the whole time because it just sounds so good.
Cool, all right. That was like the same note Erica gave me. She's like, you should emphasize trash. Fuck it, I'll try it. I tried it that way too. Cool.
Yeah, because
It's
that-
hard for me to access that
Yeah.
that whatever range.
it just that delivery you're tapping into really works. So I would just
does it.
fucking do that as much as possible.
Cool.
In that
fuck
song.
Yeah. Cool, man. Awesome. Thank you. Shit.
Yeah.
Finally, like some kind of vocal something I can do.
Yeah. No, it sounds really good.
Fucking awesome, man. Thank you. Awesome.
I have one 10-second long new thing. It's literally 10 seconds. It's just on the D chord, D minor. I was just going. That's it.
I
Could
love
you
it.
hear that?
I love it. Yeah. It's awesome.
So that might be the beginning of something new. I don't know.
Fuck yeah, man.
But yeah, I gotta go because I got this other meeting.
Oh, right. Sorry. Oh, yeah. That's right. No problem. Awesome. Great practice.
Yeah, man. Shit. Same time next.
Yeah.
Next bat channel. Same bat channel.
All right. Until then, Batman.
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon.
See you later.
Later.